Whoa, Trials Fusion. Over the last decade or so, genres have begun to bleed into one another to gain mass appeal, and difficulty has become noticeably easier. The Trials series has always had its wheels firmly planted in the days of old, with extremely simple controls and mechanics, but with such a high demand of mastery level that even completing the game with minimal requirements is a notable achievement the few titles can match at their most difficult level. That being said, it's readily apparent that Trials has its focus towards the future, but luckily, that doesn't necessarily mean it has forgone its constant tribute to the past. At its core, Fusion is no different than any other Trials game. Attack controls still revolve around going, stopping, and transferring your weight to complete 2D physics-based platforming courses. In addition to this, they've introduced a new trick system that can be readily used during any jump, adding an additional layer to the standard races, as some tracks will demand a high level of showmanship to gain top honors. This addition doesn't do a whole lot to the Trials experience, but doesn't overstay its welcome or hurt it either. There are currently over 40 tracks throughout the campaign. The Trials veterans will be able to complete the main tracks in just an hour or two before unlocking a few extremely difficult tracks post-credits. Unlike previous Trials games, Fusion provides context to the events through a couple of AI programs bickering amongst each other throughout the main campaign. It's a nice idea, but can be a bit annoying in the later stages when frequently restarting checkpoints just to hear the same dialogue exchange over and over, or miss things due to the other noises drowning out the voices on a good run. There's an option to turn it off, but then you'll miss anything said when making it to the next marker. Trials really isn't about the story, it's about the thrills of nailing each and every jump, overcoming insurmountable challenges, and watching your rider fall and flail around when you don't. The heart of Trials is still here. Every checkpoint or platinum medal you barely obtain will allow you to relax for a moment before going on to the next one, and your unfortunate rider will howl like Gary Busey on Christmas when ejected from his seat. However, the earlier levels feel less challenging than Trials Evolution, with the difficulty really only picking up in the last 2 to 3 event sets. The aesthetic of Fusion is the largest change, as it embraces a clean, near-future style, somewhat limiting the variety seen in Evolution, with the majority of the stages taking place in cityscapes, only occasionally venturing out in the deserts, tundra, and swamps. The music, while offering great tracks from time to time, is also more limited than Evolution's assorted selection. Visually, Fusion has been tuned for next-gen consoles, and some of the environments have a fantastic sense of style and atmosphere. Trials is never short on features, and Fusion for the most part delivers. Although, when compared to Evolution and its expansion packs, it can feel a bit sparse. You can level up your rider through completing the campaign events with various degrees of success, and new to Fusion, there's also 3 challenges with every level that add a new layer of difficulty, as some levels will require you to do things such as never let off the gas, do a set amount of gnarly flips, or find extremely well hidden secret areas. Additionally, progress can be achieved through sampling courses made by other players using a fantastically deep course editor. Over time, the user-made tracks will offer the greatest assortment of content for the game, although the editor feels a bit limited compared to Evolution and more contemporary assets. But hopefully, this will change as its 6 planned content packs are released over time. Levels and cash acquired can then be used to unlock additional rider costumes and modifications for the 5 different bikes and 1 ATV. Trials has always had a great competitive experience, as you're constantly racing against ghosts set by your friends, as well as your own best times. Everything is tracked through leaderboards, and shaving off a fraction of a second to surpass a friend can be addicting. While Fusion maintains this, it unfortunately doesn't offer a direct online multiplayer. The only way to actively race against your friends in real time is through local play, which is a confusing initial backstep for the series. Trials Fusion doesn't manage to move the series forward nearly as much as Evolution did 2 years ago, but it still manages to offer addicting gameplay and challenges to overcome. It takes a momentary step back in variety and multiplayer that'll hopefully be reestablished with future DLC. That being said, few games offer the thrill and frustration that Trials does. Be ready to smash the restart button over and over until you reach the precipice of defeat, only to overcome the challenge and move on to the next. Those crazy masochists will enjoy getting platinum on every level, and the more casual gamers will enjoy their silver medals on the easier tracks, before giving up altogether on the extreme difficulty tracks that demand expertise in the art of bunny hopping and weight and throttle management. With its user-made tracks, steep challenge, the extensive level editor, Trials Fusion offers a massive amount of content for those interested. If you haven't experienced the Trials and Precision and, well, Trials, it's about time you have.